The Mystery of the Hongshan Prehistoric and Earth Civilizations Part 2, Return to a Familiar Place. In Hong Kong, I work as a small-scale real estate developer. A few years ago, a friend invited me to Beijing. He knew a businessman there who was also a developer of luxury villas, and he hoped I would go to discuss potential cooperation in Hong Kong real estate. However, in the end, our terms didn't align, and no partnership was established. On the last morning before I was due to leave Beijing, I had already finished breakfast and was ready to go. But that friend wanted to take me to a mysterious historical site called Guyaju, ancient cliff dwellings. I asked him, "Are there any ancient artifacts to see?" He said, "No." I asked again, "Any ancient scripts or other relics?" He replied, "Also no." I said, "If there's nothing to see, what's the point? I don't want to go." At that moment, my wife said, "Since he's being so sincere, why not just go?" So, rather reluctantly, I agreed. We got into his luxurious Bentley, and after about a 10-minute drive, we arrived at the Guyaju scenic area. Once he had arranged everything, we began walking up the mountain. At the base of the mountain, I saw an information sign that described the site as a very mysterious prehistoric location, with many caves yet no inscriptions, no artifacts, not even a single bone remained. It was like a mystery, no one knew when it appeared or why it was abandoned. I thought to myself, it's just a mountain, what's so special? But since I was already there, I decided to take it as a light stroll and walked along with them. After about 10 minutes, we arrived at the base of Guyaju. I started to notice countless small, shallow cavities in the rock. Oddly enough, these depressions felt strangely familiar. Strange. I had never been here before. Shaking my head, I continued climbing. Suddenly, I saw something in the shallow caves: torches, lights, and many strange-looking people. These figures, they looked exactly like the Solar Deities from Hongshan culture that I had been researching. The vision only lasted a few seconds before disappearing. I wondered, was I seeing things? Maybe I didn't sleep well last night. We kept climbing. Every few steps, I'd see more familiar small cave openings, and once again, fleeting visions flashed in my mind. Those shallow pits were guard posts. And when they saw me, those beings saluted me. I stopped and thought, am I seeing ghosts in broad daylight? But what was truly odd was that if these were ghosts, why did they resemble the Solar Deities of the Hongshan culture, all with two horns? That was strange enough. Even stranger, I felt no fear at all. Instead, I felt a deep sense of familiarity and warmth, as if they were my own people. After a few more minutes of walking, I finally reached the historical mystery Guyaju. At that moment, I realized this place wasn't just familiar, it was where I had once lived. I knew every single cave here. I had the feeling of returning home, an overwhelming urge to rush in. Sadly, all entrances were closed to visitors, and I was only allowed to observe from the outside. Then, it hit me: this place was the exact location from that strange dream I had. Every shallow cave here had once been part of our defense system, each one carefully constructed with the best vantage points to guard and protect the mountain. I moved to a farther viewpoint, and suddenly, I had another brief vision. On the summit of Guyaju stood an enormous spaceship, its 4 long legs firmly anchored to the mountaintop. That vision, again just a few seconds, filled me with unspeakable excitement. Unfortunately, I wasn't allowed inside, or else I might have discovered even more traces of my past and fragments of memory. All I could do was take a few photos, and leave.